Good morning, everyone. This is Rafecal. We are playing some more Final Fantasy Tactics, and we are about ready to head into Salgidos on our way to Limbury. This is where we are going to unlock the next round of side quests. So we're going to start off with this. I'm going to do a little bit of busy work, and then we are going to jump in to the side quest at Nelveska. Nelveska. I said it right. I didn't think I did. I doubted myself and I shouldn't have.
A flower, sir? It's only a gill.
A flower?
Yes, a flower. A blossomed bud. You've seen one, I'm sure.
Of course I have.
Well then, surely you could spare a gill for one of mine. They're quite pretty.
Very well, I'll have a flower.
Very well. I'll have a flower.
Truly? Oh, thank you, kind sir. Few are inclined to stop in this squalid rookery, and even fewer buy. It is a harder life than you know. I always dream some charming knight will come galloping through and sweep me away from all this. Beg pardon, sir. I know there's naught you can do. I thank you again. May that flower bring you good fortune.
These times are hard for all.
So, first thing
Looking for catch your eye.
is we do get access here to the shop. We've already done this part of the shopping, but I did just want to mention that we get access to it. We also get access to the errands section here, which is what we're going to be utilizing. But for the time being, I want to progress some story, so we're going to head back to Gaug.
Father, what is this monstrosity?
I'm not entirely sure. I've been assembling it from pieces recovered in Tunnel 83.
It has the look of an orrery.
I was just going to say.
See, here it said it does. But something tells me there's more to it.
What was that?
This device reacts to auracite as well.
What's this? There's a mark inscribed upon the base.
Gemini.
Indeed. Another stone appears to be required.
Then I suppose we'd best begin searching.
Still no new pigs.
Welcome. Make yourself up. It's just rumor, mind you.
This seems interesting. Mayhap I should look into it.
Take this with a grain of salt. Oh my, that scrolls very fast. The Isle of Nelveska lies some 80,000 domes north of Zoltenia. Center of the island is home to ruins. Many ancient temples were served as a crucial base for the warriors fighting for Dahlia's forces during the 50 Years' War. Although Nelveska appears to be lush jungle paradise, local fishermen avoid it, claiming it is cursed, and a fearsome iron sentinel will slaughter any who dare approach. Those who wish to see if the rumors have any substance, in spite of the potential dangers, should consider making the crossing to Nelveska.
Anything else I can help you with? Comebacks?
Okay. So this is going to be where we're heading. But before we do, I do want to do a little bit more cleanup. Namely, I want to clear out some of these errands, and I want to see if we're going to be able to get any of our poach targets. So I might end up doing 1 or 2 side battles. If I do, it'll be just to get, like I had mentioned earlier, we have to use either Reese or Construct 8 in this next fight. So I might do 1 fight to get one of them leveled up a little bit. We need Rafa with Treasure Hunter. This area has 4 rare items for her to potentially get, and we are going to actually be going until we get them as best we can. We're going to be using Mustadio, specifically using his so we've, in addition to his arm and leg shots, one of the things we can do with him is use speed down from, what's it called? Art of War. Rend speed. So if you do this enough times, the enemies just stop getting turns pretty much. Similar to what we did when we were fighting one-on-one with Ramza. And we are going to be potentially using Beowulf's chicken ability again to help control, because there's certain enemies we have to leave alive during the fight while we're running around. And they are potentially very powerful, so we need to make sure we've got a lot of ways to control that, as well as to heal our own guys. So hopefully that makes sense. And I'm going to do a little cleanup, and we'll be right back with Nelveska Temple. Okay. Errands took me a lot less time to do than I was expecting. I've gotten 1 swine so far, which is not even the one I want. This gets me a potential chantage, but only a potential. So I'm going to hold it, and hopefully we'll get some more. I did get rid of the rest of my monsters because they were driving me absolutely crazy, and I wanted to make sure we're just getting the pigs. I went ahead and moved Beowulf over to the archer track so that we can get him over to Samurai. Archer, I totally forgot, actually gets access to shields, so this is feeling really a lot better here as far as his kit goes, because we can get that new lambent hat on him, which gives him speed and magic attack. I've also got Aegis Shield on him for the same reason, boost magic attack. We've got Ring of Aptitude because I do feel like he's the person I want to get up to his next class the most, or his advanced class the most. Rafa, we actually have Germanus Boots on her because we need to have a jump of 4 for this section, and Treasure Hunter. This is the big moment for Rafa, so we're gonna go for it. And then I did end up going back and buying a Luminous Robe after saying I didn't think I needed to buy Luminous Robes because I wanted more MP for her and more HP for her, and she doesn't really have the elemental damage to do stuff, and there's not going to be elemental attacks coming either. And then obviously we've got the items suite. Ramza is just going to go murder things. That's kind of where we're at this point. Excalibur's broken. He can jump halfway across the field. He can run halfway across the field. He's got Poach equipped so that we can just take monsters off the field. My only concern with this setup is Ramza with haste is going to be too fast, and he's going to end up over-leveling significantly. during this section. So I'll try not to do. The other thing with Beowulf I mentioned earlier is we do want to make sure we're getting chicken cast. So we'll see if that works. Mustadio is still on knight with equipped guns. I genuinely just feel like this is a good setup. I mentioned Ren's speed earlier. And then we're going to go with Reese as our big monster. You need something you can jump on the back of, and I forgot that you can't heal Construct 8. So Construct 8 is immune to magic because they have 0 faith, which means you can't heal them with magic either. Now, we're not going to be healing with magic a lot anyway because of the mirror mails, but it's a possibility. There they are. And I think we do this just to start off in the right position. So the trick here is going to be Rafa needs to jump on Reese's back to get up on top of these pillars. That's where 2 of the treasures are. These are like the super hidden things in the game. We also, I think the enemies are on top of those pillars to start with as well, so we may not be able to do it exactly the way I want. But we'll get there.
To battle.
I'm a little concerned about constructs, or about one of the enemies here. Yeah.
Warning. Human entry prohibited. Vacate premises within 30 seconds. This is not a drill.
This is why I was thinking about bringing Construct 8, because the
29 system error. 3, 2, 1. Research staff. Evacuate to shelters immediately.
Because there's another one of their line here. But Reese also has a tie to this battle, so we're going to stick with Reese. Partially also just because I like Reese. The dragons on top of those pillars are the things that we need to get rid of first. I think we go over here. That feels good. We'll see if it works. They're gonna get to go before Ramza, unfortunately. Oh, dispose right off the bat. That's bad. Wait a minute. Do I have another way to revive? I don't. Okay. That's a mistake. I forgot about that. Crap. How do we do this?
I'll do it.
I want clip guns here. There's a part of me that wants to switch over to Chemist for this fight. For the healing. Yeah, let's do it. The other thing is because he's a chemist as well. So we can still have him go Arts of War. We have now items auto potion And we can still go equip heavy armor if we want. And we've got Chantage to keep him alive. So now we've got a way to actually keep everybody up.
Turn, is it?
Yes. And then we've still got Bail here. That feels a lot better.
No turning back.
Slight oversight on my part, and honestly, I think that takes up less slots. For him to, well, it means he can't use his gunner abilities, but I think that's okay for some of these fights.
Commencing. Exterminating.
Yeah, that big laser dispose is one of the things that I really like with Construct 8. Also, if you just take a brief look at that level on Construct 7, they are level 66. This is by far the highest level thing we have fought, and it is terrifying. I forgot about the fact that these enemies can petrify, so that is also terrifying. Yeah, long and short, this fight's very scary. In addition to us not wanting to do too much because all elements the same here. Yes. In addition to us not wanting to do too much,
Shed thee now the hero's mask. Reveal the craven in thy heart. Chicken. Ha!
okay, that is kind of awesome. So we're gonna just start dropping enemies where we can. Those are clear. Ramza does miss his jump
Here I go.
because of that.
Back to it.
Thank you.
How about that, eh?
But he gets to go again immediately. I'm just gonna move Mustadio all... Actually, wait, no. He's got the auto revive. Oh, that doesn't matter if he gets petrified. We're still gonna move him over here until those birds are gone.
Down with you. Good.
One down.
Forward.
Okay, I'm gonna check real quick here. 0%. So that guy is immune to chicken, which is one of the things I was worrying about. Is he also immune to disable? Yup. Is there any good status we could apply here that would be reasonable? Probably not, honestly. They do a pretty good job of making sure that you can't disable the bosses too easily. 49% chance of stone, 55% chance of chicken. Yeah, that's a scary enemy. Let's just be very clear about that. Okay. Shiradori is still very good. I think my first objective is still to take down the birds. Petrify is terrifying to me right now.
Don't die on me.
Good crit.
It seems I've improved.
I'm hoping for a physical attack here. That is not a standard physical attack.
Damn it all.
This can't be happening.
We're getting to the point where I think we're gonna be okay, though. Like, it seems weird to say that with 3 people dead. The big trick here... Oh, this might actually be a problem. Never mind. I said it. I spoke too soon.
Right then.
We've effectively disabled 2, almost 3 enemies. We're not gonna get another chance to get her up. Like, the enemies are gonna get to attack or act before Rafa does. So getting her back up is kind of an exercise in futility. It's technically the same thing with Reese. But she's also down to 1 heart before she's gone. Actually, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna move right here
On your feet.
so that we can help tank.
Back to it.
I think we're just dead, just to be clear. The only way we're not dead here is if I can get like a lucky auto potion off here. And if the turn order lines up so that Rafa gets an action. Actually, what I'm gonna do next... Yeah, this might work.
I cannot fail.
We're gonna increase Mustadio's speed. I'm gonna move Ramza down here. And we're gonna hope... No, Pulverize is gonna, or Dispose is gonna do it still. I was gonna say, if he can tank a hit for Mustadio, that's kind of our biggest thing that could happen at this point, is if we end up with a turn. This is actually, no, we got it. The fates have aligned.
Don't die on me.
I shall keep at it.
Because Rafa gets to go next. We're gonna keep Mustadio here because with the Chantage, he's gonna get back up.
Must take care.
If he drops, we're gonna move Rafa over here, and now we can actually get 2 guys up instead of just 1. There's only 2 enemies, and there's 3 of us, and if they sink the attack, ooh, we might be able to even finish this guy off quick. He has too much faith for Chicken to hit. But Disable. 91, we'll take it. Cool.
One sure step at a time.
Commencing.
So we know this is gonna drop Mustadio. But Mustadio is gonna get back up. That's literally why we brought him in with the Chantage. We need to get Reese back up.
Less than favorable.
I can't die yet.
I'm a little worried that she's just gonna get shot in the face again. And she can't reach anybody to really do anything usable this turn. I guess the best thing I can do is get in position. So what I'm gonna do is X-Potion her just in case. If he keeps using Dispose, he is just gonna keep burning his own hit points, which is also a little problematic, but yeah. Chicken wore off. Oh no. I didn't know that had a duration. Okay, we're in trouble. This is a really fight. I thought we could get away with it. And we might still be able to. It's just a little bit more annoying than I was hoping. Sable wore off.
I botched it.
Level up.
This can be it.
I was hoping that with the X potion she'd be able to take a hit, but I think that is it. Well, do we ditch Beowulf? That's kind of where I'm leaning right now. I feel like we have to have Rafa and Mustadio as our healers.
I'll try my best.
So I do think that this setup is good. We need a large character. I do think Reese is the better option. But Construct 8 has more MP, or more HP rather, and we are healing with physical. The other person I would consider is Jughead, and straight up, it's the ability to. It's another person who could potentially actually heal. Which is what we're kind of lacking right now. Let's try it with... Yeah, let's try Beowulf still. Like, I do feel like Beowulf's fine with the setup he has. Maybe it's a little bit ambitious. Does Beowulf have any chemist abilities? Not really. Okay. I'm debating on switching over to Templar here. Yeah.
I will not fail you.
Yeah, let's do it. That clears up. Heck, we'll even go JP boost. Martial arts. And then this is a little bit weird. There's a part of me that wants to give Beowulf Excalibur. Just as additional defense. There's also a part of me that doesn't feel like that feels like the defender is gonna do more because it gives him that parry rate to compete with Ramza's Shiradori. Oh, that's another thing we could do. The status effects are really important. So that's why I'm prioritizing Beowulf here. Ramza is fast enough on his own, strong enough on his own, that he's going to be able to pull his weight. Beowulf, I need all the actions I can get for him, and if that means haste, that's what I need. Like that. being able to actually go first is a huge change. That's one less attack. And I'm gonna move him over to the side here to potentially bait some of these enemies out of the way. I do think, yeah, he's just gonna still do the same thing, dispose of Rafa. I'm hoping this means that now our other characters will be in better shape to deal with it.
No, you don't.
Chiridori.
What to do?
And now for our second change. I think we're going to do this first. Oof, that's a very low chance of success. But if it hits, it's huge.
How's this?
Yes!
Practice makes perfect.
I must concentrate.
Stay sharp.
And then I think we just try and take one of the birds out here. Pulverize doesn't one-shot. Doesn't one-shot. Doesn't one-shot. I'm gonna double check to make sure the other bird isn't more vulnerable based on star signs. Nope. And we'll check this one just to make sure. Nope. That is not the correct move, but that's okay.
Now then.
Okay. I have one other enemy here that I can potentially hit with chicken. I'm gonna move him right in the middle over here. I want to check the hit rates on stone first, because that's more permanent? Question mark? I'm also slightly curious if you can jump on top of stone enemies. You can't. That would have been cool. All the birds are going to go next, so Ruff is probably going to get dropped again, but we'll make him use the action for it at least. We might just be dead. I'm gonna see if Beowulf can undo stone with, but I don't think he can. So that is literally like the one thing, is if Rafa is already down, we can't let Awesome.
Commencing.
I shall spare no effort. Here it comes.
Right then.
Three birds all go again right away. I need to break the cycle here so that Rafa can get an action off.
Down with you. There.
Excellent.
Commencing.
Ramza can actually take this hit, but that's the only hit he can take right now.
Forward.
But I think that might put us in position. Feather Bomb can't be blocked with Shiharadori?
Is this?
Interesting. Yeah, monster abilities are like really annoying to block, unfortunately. Okay. However, he's up now.
By baleful ha-
Don't worry. Open eyes.
Now my only problem here is going to be what Construct 7 does,
This can't be happening.
but that's not super surprising. Yeah, there's still a lot of enemies here, unfortunately. That was a very well timed auto potion. Worker 8 acts next, but so do Ramza and yeah, I think we go Rafa so that she can. Well, no. Let's go let's go Ramza rather, because the physical attacks from the enemies should be okay for him.
Now then. A welcome
I
improvement.
cannot fail. You're finished.
Good.
So that moves us back down to now 2 active combatants until the chicken wears
I
off.
cannot die here.
And I'm gonna move Mustadio up here to tank the hit from Worker or from Construct 7. Nope. Great. They're too smart for me. And unfortunately, I think I need to heal Construct 8 this turn. I need to deal with the chicken soon too. It's gonna wake up. That's okay. That's okay. We just reset the timer for them.
Forward.
The goal at this point is for Beowulf to take out crap. Well, actually, this is fine. This is fine. This is fine. Harry's good. Their bravery is still 10. So they actually have very low physical action there. Pulverize is gonna hit though. Stadio. Phoenix down on Rafa.
I can't die yet.
Phoenix down on Beowulf, whose turn is next.
There must be a way.
That was a very important evade. Yep.
What to do?
Reset Ramza's timer. That's gonna reset, or nope, that's perfect. That's perfect. Because that guy's gonna run away. Ramza. I need to make sure that the enemies don't get a chance to attack. Yeah, I think I just attack here.
Is this the end?
I had to risk it. There was a very good chance that the counter wouldn't hit. I feel like that was working better. I shouldn't have done change formation, but whatever. I don't think I'm gonna have time for
Of course.
Into the fray then. I shall give it my all.
I won't disappoint. Let's give it a shot.
Regen re-raise. Germanus boots. Do I just go bracers here and just go all out on attack? Like, not being able to be petrified does feel very important for this. And then I do think Construct 8 was the right choice here.
To battle.
For the record, one of the things that I keep thinking about with this
Commencing.
is the fact that I can't use Petrify while they're on top of those pillars, or I don't get the items. A little annoyed that wasn't a parry, but that's okay. And now Ramza actually has Purification as well, so I can actually have Beowulf focus on other things, and that's okay. Ramza also has Revive, which Beowulf does not have. I'm gonna move right... Actually, let's move Ramza right here.
Right then.
So I did this last time, and I do think that it is ultimately the right play. I have the wrong thing here. Well, I guess that makes that decision easier. I don't have a way to slow him down, so we're gonna have to just tank the hits, get ahead of it and tank.
Take care.
Everybody's alive. I'm shocked. Can we golem?
Sharpening my edge.
This could actually be the difference maker here. I didn't do this last time. And what that should do is prevent some of the enemies Doing a physical attack. So that literally Golem just completely absorbed that attack. Negated one of the enemy attacks. Perfect. Not ideal in certain ways, but it'll work. We should be able to kill that one now, because Pulverize. I did get into position for that accidentally. Rafa goes next, so I'm actually going to revive instead of going for the instead of removing Petrify. Partially because Rafa can also remove Petrify. Gets him back in the initiative. Beowulf really needs to hit break here. I mean, I don't think it matters that much. I'm just gonna move him over here.
Here I go.
Stadio. Stadio actually has Ether. I forgot about that as well. Let's do this so she is more likely to actually survive a turn. Then we have 2 healers still. I do want to leave Mustadio base to base with Construct 7 pretty much the entire time to hopefully bait out attacks that way. What does a physical attack do here?
Less than favorable. By baleful.
Okay. Okay. I'm just gonna leave him back there. Seriously, you're gonna walk over and punch Rafa? Okay. We're down to 2 combatants, plus the chicken once it breaks. We only have 1 person down currently.
Be strong.
We have more ways to revive and heal.
Not falter.
I don't love the fact that we're trapped over here.
Open your eyes.
That was the wrong one. That's really obnoxious.
Be nice.
This is gonna be dispose against. Okay, Construct 8, perfect. That is the best person to get hit with that. Not ideal there, but we can make it work.
Allow me.
Purification, break the stone. Slight mistake there, because Beowulf could have done that, and Ramza, but Beowulf doesn't have Chicken should break soon,
Oh, I can't die
but
yet.
today is not that day. Use every action we have for revives. That's fine. The one problem we have right now is that for Construct 8
Right then.
is that they are very all of their attacks do damage to them, so we can't use their specials, which is one of the things I was going to be doing here, but that's okay.
How even?
Chakra.
Take care.
Let's get that golem back up.
Stout bee.
I don't think it'll work against the monster abilities, but it should work against the rest. Do I not have poison on him somehow? Yeah.
By the power of the spirits, of thy vigor I partake. Drain!
That was a miss.
Commencing.
Oh, I can't die yet. Are you right?
What to do?
There must be a way. Know your...
Commencing.
That's fine. Less fine now, but that's okay.
Steady.
I must take care.
We will Phoenix down here. We've still got Golem up, as far as I know.
As instructed. Capabilities enhanced.
Awesome.
Less than favorable. You're overmatched.
Come on.
Commencing.
Golem block.
Oh, I can't die yet.
I'm slightly confused here. as to how she gets on this pillar, but oh well.
Right then.
Trying to figure this out quick. What the best way to do this is. Because I think what we want to do is keep Construct 8 alive while we figure it out. We'll leave Mustadio here to potentially tank.
My turn.
There must be a way.
What to do?
Commencing.
Come on. I'm depending.
Less than favorable.
Commencing.
I'll take this.
One down. Think I need to stay here for her to get down.
Less than favorable.
Commencing.
Oh, that uses magic defense.
Now then. I'd better.
So since it worked from the one elevation, I'm gonna try it from the 0.5 on the side. And hope I haven't screwed myself over with where the petrified guys are.
Right.
Commencing.
Stand.
I must concentrate.
Let's see if this tailwind bumps her up enough to go first. I doubt it will, but that's okay.
I
Oh,
will not falter.
I did not have Golem up still. Noted.
My turn.
Leave it to me.
Oh, thank God.
What to do?
There are technically 2 other weapons here. I'm not sure I want to deal with it. Because they're on the other side of the map. Well, one of them's not that. We'd have to get behind him, is the problem. It's down here, underneath. And the other one is, like, back here. Here? Yes. This little niche. So... I guess let's see if he moves out of the way. He did. Okay, we'll see how this goes. I've also been going for quite a while at this point. I kind of want to be done. I'm not sure whether they're worth it.
I will not falter.
You know what? I don't think they are. One of them's a ninja blade, and one of them is a sword that causes frog randomly. It's nice because it only has it has a 1 base power, so it's good for like training, but it's not good otherwise. I'm a little disappointed that Construct 8 doesn't have any dialogue in this.
I am ready.
Here I go.
That's dumb.
Data security protocol initiated. Engaging self-destruct mode and commencing countdown. 30, 29.
What? This dragon? If what you say is true, then the Zodiac Stone may indeed lift the curse. But to invoke its power requires a fervent desire. The desire to see this evil undone.
Worry not. I am certain that, above all else, she wishes to return to her true form. Go now. Be not afraid.
So Rhys goes and claims the stone.
Rhys, it's you. It's truly you. For years I have awaited this moment.
Beowulf? My dearest Beowulf. I had thought the joy of your embrace forever lost.
Oh, Rhys, my love, to hold you in my arms once more, my heart is fit to burst. Naught shall come betwixt us again. I am yours, now and forever.
And that gets us to mostly to the end of Beowulf and Rhys's story. Rhys
I am at your
is
service.
interesting. We're going to be very brief with this.
What is it?
So she gets to keep her dragon abilities. But she also gets access to several more things, including a bunch of things that buff other dragons. She gets the ability to use entice on them, and then a lot of similar to Ramza's abilities to buff. And Holy Breath, which is unfortunately not like the Thunder Breath abilities and works closer to Rafa's ability, where it's an area that it works within. Now, the other thing that's worth mentioning here is, as you can see, she has no equipment currently. And despite that, she has more hit points than, let's say, a fully equipped Rafa. So, if you have things like the equip ability here, are you serious? Well, we might be redoing that battle off stream then. So that was the other thing I was going to mention is, so these are not just the standard version of the Javelin and the Escutcheon as well. Anyway, I got distracted. Rhys can equip things if you give her the equip abilities, and they let her go, like, become really powerful because she has naturally high stats. In particular, I like giving her equip heavy armor while she's in this form, and then she just gets like super tanky. Basically becomes unkillable, and then you give her a secondary command, whatever you feel like. She can be a good caster, she can be okay in a physical role, except for the fact that then you can't equip things. Her dragon abilities don't require MP, so as long as there's not elemental weaknesses, you can blast them with that. Yeah, no, she's got some cool options, and I personally like using Greece and Beowulf together over Orlando. Just because like these four and Greece are my go-to party. That being said, usually when I'm using her, I am taking a lot of time to grind, and I don't want to overlevel a bunch. So we'll see where I'm at. I may just go with Orlando. Or...
You don't suppose the orrery will metamorphose as well, do you?
We'll soon know.
Father's mercy!
Just to be clear, we're not actually going to use Cloud.
What is this place? Who am I?
But this cameo
Swallowed by a
is
current.
really fun.
A great stream and then... Damn it, I can't remember.
I recall reading something like this in a volume long ago. An interdimensional transporter.
And what, pray tell, is that?
A device for teleportation across dimensions, across the very fabric of time and space.
I like that they explain the cameo.
Then, the man before us hails from a world beyond our own.
Like as not. Behold his manner of dress.
My name is... Cloud. Yeah, that was it.
I am Ramza, and my companions are Mustadio and...
I'm not interested in your names. What I need is a battlefield. That's right. I was a member of Soldier. Has he no manners at all? What is this? Tingling in my fingertips, in my eyes. They burn. No, stop! Sephora! Best keep your distance. That man is not stable. I have to go. I have to get there. What do you suppose that was all about?
We don't get to recruit him yet, but you do get Cloud as another recruitable character option. So yeah, we're not going to use him. He again takes forever to level up, does not have very good, and his abilities are not actually very good. They are once again magic based when he is a physical character, similar to a lot of others. Yeah, I think that's where we're gonna wrap for today. We are getting very close to endgame at this point. We've got like basically the series to Limbury and then one other section, I believe. So this is like the second to last sub chapter, I guess you could say. So I think we're gonna be doing a little bit of a grind. Not right away. We're doing pretty well, but we're probably gonna stomp the non-special areas. And that's okay. I'll do a little bit of thinking about whether I want to use Reese or Orlando. Rafa's primary purpose is done.
Was there something?
And the thing I started saying was about the Escutian being a special version of the shield, which is very, very powerful. We apparently got the wrong one when I grabbed the javelin. It's a chance. I mean, and with Rafa grabbing it, it's a 20% chance of success, or 26% chance to get the bad one. 21 technically because of her brave. And we got unlucky. So I'm really tempted to redo that. But I also don't really want to. So We'll see. Anyway, that'll be a discussion for next time. Hopefully you're still enjoying. If you are, please give me a like and subscribe. Check out the other content on my channel. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments. And as always, have a good one. We'll catch you next time.